Our next guest is a Grammy-nominated singer and singer-songwriter whose new show, Conjuring Kesha, premieres Friday, July 8th on Discovery+. Let's take a look.
Energy, spirit, ghost, demon, whatever's in here. How's it going? I'm gonna do a ghost box session. Hopefully I can talk to a nice spirit through this thing. You can talk into here. You can use this to tell me your name.
Please welcome to the show, Kesha, everybody! Welcome to the show, Kesha. I am so excited. One of my favorite things about paranormal investigation shows is the tiny flashlight. And I'm so glad you have.
Mine's bedazzled.
Yeah, I could tell.
Did you notice?
It's both a tiny flashlight that I've grown accustomed to from this paranormal shows, and with a real Kesha twist on it, which is it's bedazzled.
It's sparkled.
You had a podcast about the paranormal.
I did. Well, this story goes way back. And again, I told him this earlier. I haven't been on late night in like years. So we might ramble.
Okay.
So if we do, we get her and we bring her back.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Before I ask about your show, because, you know, it is Pride Month and you,
Yeah. Can I?
What do you mean, can I? If you can't, what are you gonna do? It's totally fine. But you were, you performed at the legendary Stonewall Inn.
Yes.
For Pride. Look at that. And I want to ask you, you and your dancers wore something, and guess what the network said? We have to blur it out. Now
okay, that is making it seem way
I agree.
worse.
I saw this photo earlier, and it was not. It did not deserve to be blurred, but everybody decided.
It's just beautiful butts.
Yeah, it was beautiful butts.
For Pride.
It was for Pride. I'm assuming that your dancers were enthusiastic about showing their beautiful butts as well.
We were in dance rehearsal, and I was like, listen, my butthole is going to be out.
Okay.
So if you would like to and feel comfortable,
yeah,
I invite you to join me.
Yes.
And
I will say, I always feel like when I'm seeing a show, I either want to see no buttholes or everybody.
All the buttholes.
Yeah.
Options.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I just don't, because if there's just one, then the whole show, I'm like just following that around.
Right. That would be very narcissistic of me to just be like, only my butthole. So.
Now, on to the paranormal. So.
Speaking of buttholes.
Do ghosts have them?
Listen,
No, like when you become a ghost, do you keep the butthole? Okay.
You know what? Actually, I might have to go back on that. So I have like a whole thing. I have a whole thing. Can I tell you the thing?
Great.
Okay. So I always loved the paranormal. I've had weird experiences my whole life. Has been very weird. And then during COVID, I was like having like existential crisis after existential crisis and just lots of anxiety. And one night I'm sitting in bed and I was like, uh-oh, here we go. And I was like, my brain's breaking. I feel it breaking. It's going. This is me. I knew it was gonna happen, but here it goes. We're going crazy.
Okay.
And then, like, I heard a voice, I saw a vision, my cats brought me headphones, it's a whole thing. And, like, I understood what love was. I saw the whole universe. I pulled back. It was a microcosm of itself. I got the picture, right?
Sure.
So the next morning, I called my therapist, and I was like, girl, it happened.
Did your therapist say, did the cats bring you the headphones?
And I was like, yeah. And she was like, guess what? Congratulations. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, this is a spiritual awakening. And I was like, wait, what? And she was like, yay. And I was like, this is the point? Like, this is what I've been working towards? Or what? This is terrifying. And she was like, yeah, welcome. And I was like, okay. And so I decided to really like lean into it. I started writing music about it, and I called my brother. That was my next phone call, and I was like, okay, my brain broke. We're leaning into it. We're making a TV show about this, and we're gonna go find some ghosts. Let's look for some aliens and it. Let's get Bigfoot.
I mean, I'll tell you this, if I was a network executive and that was your pitch, I'd be like, we want to do 50 seasons.
Honey, that's the goal.
Now, you have guests. You travel to sort of places that you think might be inhabited by the spirits, the paranormal.
Yes.
Are your guests, these are sometimes people you know, are they enthusiastic about taking these journeys with you?
Yeah, so each episode is a journey to its own special place.
Okay.
So I call up my friends, and like the really good ones are like, fine. And so like the first episode is Whitney Cummings is coming with me.
She's great.
The best. Such a good friend. I took her to a haunted prison in the middle of the Tennessee mountains, and there was a demon. There was a demonologist. She's upstairs, like, having this beautiful moment, crying. She believes that she's connected and is having a full conversation with a trans ghost, which may be true.
Sure.
Downstairs, the demonologist is screaming, get her out of there, it's a demon, it's a trick. And I'm sitting there being like, I'm not going up there in case it is a demon. But like Whitney's crying and having like a really beautiful experience.
By the way,
and I'm the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
and, like as of 2 minutes ago, a friend.
Yeah.
You literally like, Whitney's the best. Anyway, I took her to a prison. She met a demon, and I was like, bye. I'm very excited that you have this show. This makes me very happy.
It's like, if nothing, it's very entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, I also might want your therapist number, because I feel like this is the one I want, where I'm like, I lost my mind. And she's like, monetize it. This has been an absolute delight having you here. Congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
Please come back again.
Oh,
I love this. I feel like you barely, I mean, if you haven't done late night in a long time, I feel like, you know, the break paid off. The break paid off. You were fantastic. Give it up for Kesha, everybody. Wonderful. Conjuring Kesha premieres Friday, July 8th on Discovery Plus. We'll be right back with Patrick Radden Keefe.